G'day guys, back with another round of Scrabble Go turns in my games. The interface might look a little bit different because I just discovered that there is a Facebook Game Room app that you can literally use all of those to use to play all of your Facebook games. Okay, so it probably would have helped early in some of the earlier games I used to play, but well, at least we can see it now. Unfortunately, this is about as uh, high resolution and as big as the screen will get. It doesn't look like I can sort of make it any bigger, basically because this app has been designed for tablets, been designed for phones. So um, yeah, we're stuck with it for now. I did do some testing earlier on the ability to like play a bot, and that doesn't quite have the same number of options that the Play Store or the App Store version does. What I was hoping is that I might play some bot games at a later stage, and we'll just see what the relative strengths of those are. Because I hear there's a grandmaster, so I might do that in another video. Moving along to the actual games and where we are in this. Well, I have probably a bonus here. I want to play Farnesol through this ONE. If you want, actually, there's an interesting point. I posted this as a puzzle on my Facebook actually that with this rack, with the Sir title rack, I actually had 3 10-letter bonuses. So in that one, the T is a blank, so it's like ILRSTU with a blank. And if you want to have a go at that, there were 3 bonuses that I could have played through this ATA. Just to make it a bit more clear, so I had ILRSTU with the blank, and I could have played through ATA. So if I hit enter, that'll give me all the solutions. But yeah, have a go at it yourself. I would say this at least you'd be able to go. Yeah, if you determine what the blank is, you'll be able to have a guess at what the words are. I played Sir title. It was 74. I would have got maybe 80 by the 10-letter word. So not really beating myself up about that, but it would have been. It's always nice to have that opportunity, and to let it go slipping through your fingers is like it's the one thing. It's the one thing you want. So the one thing you don't want. So I think actually I'm going to play Frey here. I wanted an E for Eel Fairs, and I can actually play it, just not there. So I could play. Oh gosh, what's going on here? Hello. Okay, I seem to have hit a snag with the app. Seems that if I hit this button, I then can't move anything else. So that looks okay. So Eel Fairs here is what I was referring to. However, it burns the S, and it only scores us 1 extra point. So now if I do take that back, let's see if we can, if we mix them around, does it let me use it? Okay, it lets me use it there. So Frey, I think, is best. I can't think of actually what what bonuses are there. I can see that there's like leafers. So I'm not even going to play it. Now, I will demonstrate. There is a neat little feature here that if you know something, you can give it a go and it'll test it. Like, this would be ideal if the UL was good. If I just hit submit there, it does tell me that Leafers is in fact incorrect, so I can stop trying to look for a spot for it. As for the actual things, so I can't mix this, but I can place. Okay, I can see. So if you press the recall button, which is the double, which is this button, and then you try to move sometimes if you've put all your tiles out, it looks like there's a bit of a bug there. That I believe is only on the online Facebook version and isn't really applicable to your phone. So yeah, going back, I would just play Fare. We're actually pretty close in terms of we're very close in terms of score. That'll give me a leg up, but certainly doesn't, isn't winning. I do want to know, however, so I'm gonna have a look if I missed anything. So there's the anagram. There wasn't anything I missed, so I won't beat myself up. Was there something through ARE, ATE, or the ONE? Because those are the three spots that on the board that I could play through, but no, there wasn't. So I'm happy with that. This almost looks like a bonus. If I have an A, I have mescaline, Sneamial. So there's a word Scenemial. Melanix, then A. So if I make, it's still an A. Mescalin, Mescalin in there. Obviously not on the board. So I'll be looking. Maybe there's something through here. Something like this. Climate. There's some interesting opportunities depending on what my opponent ends up playing. So we'll come to back to that one in another video. Moving along to this game. Immediately I want to play Pagoda. So that's that. If I've got a good spot for it, I'm okay. I'm looking at this and I actually wish I had a U and I play Pagurid through this. It's only a 7, but it's still a cool little thing. So Pagurid, I'll just take that onto pattern so it's no cheating, and that's the word I was thinking of. Pagoda would go here. However, it does leave the A. It does leave the A hanging, not only in front of this this big hot spot, but also opening up an S. And I don't really want to do that. My opponent has just dumped 7 tiles, so knowing this, they might have had an R or something, depending on what. You can almost guess what did they possibly have in their rack that they played only a 13-letter play. So we can assume, yeah, they've gone to, they're going to grab a bunch of other big tiles next. I'm looking at this, and you know what? I can't actually see. I can't see a bonus here. I'm tempted just to play Pagoda. How far am I behind? I'm not far behind. Another cool word to know is actually just pagod by itself. This is allowable. So not only does it make that really cool hook, but it is a word in itself. I don't like this. So this G is pretty much death. And what can happen is lower ranked players can get stuck in a hole where they can think, oh, if only I pick an N, I'll have an amazing bonus. But then they keep fishing for the N and leaving a horrible leave of this GI, even though it might be much better in the long run just to play as many letters as they can and not worry about what they might be able to play, but rather worrying about what they can play right at that turn, which is always more important. Yeah, I think this rack's going to defeat me. Actually, it's not where I want to go. Ideally, I'm going to leave. It's just I don't really want to leave. The best leave here is just the PA or the PI. And the reason I said the PA first is probably easy to play something with these 5 letters rather than with the things. Now, saying that, I've basically I've seen a spot where I can play these exact letters, and just want to know if I can play it anywhere else. No, I can't. It doesn't score very much, but it just does the job. So the word I'm looking at is dialogue through the L. Now I've got that would give me a good standing. So the question here would be, is there anywhere on the board I can play the same letters but actually score more. And the only other reason I wouldn't want to score more is if it blocks a very hotspot. And on this board, I would say there are no massive hotspots. Obviously, there's doubles as threats, and we are blocking one in this turn. Just the threats are much lower. Adagio, I could play Adagio. How about that? Yeah, okay. I might consider that. If I was going to play Adagio now, I'll just have to switch that so I can play it. Oh gosh, okay. Now it's not letting me play anything. That's good. Let's just go back and Adagio here's fine. Some people shy away from like opening these spots, but the important thing is it does open up an extra spot. I have the P. You know, I might just go for this. Could play it up here. I could play the... Oh, that's so frustrating. Wonder if that's because the screen is a little bit too small for it. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look if I can go back to there. Can I use it now? Nope, I cannot use that. Okay, I'm just going to play... No, I'm not playing this. I'm just testing some of the things. So skip ahead if you want. Go back to Adagio. Okay, go back here. And now I can use it. Okay, maybe that's just a bug that happens when the screen is very small. Pagodial? Is that good? Apodial? Oh gosh, that's so frustrating. Alright, is it... No, that can't be right. So I'm looking at... It was like... Can't be right. Can't be right. Okay, and then definitely we don't have an AL. This is what we think of when you haven't played for a long time. It's you just make up stuff. Podial, it's okay. Yeah, I think Adagio here is okay. Yeah. Alright. And it's not letting me click out either. Okay, there we go. And that's not doing it. Oh, that's frustrating. Alright. Podia, I could play. Podia would go onto there. Again, it's not letting me do it. Wow, that's so frustrating. Okay. Going back in, so I can actually move my tiles now. Hello. We'll see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to play dialogue. And it's not letting me put my tiles down either. Where is it going? Alright, it's so frustrating. There we go. Okay, dialogue. Just go with it. I'm going to check what I missed, so feel free to pause and skip forward, whatever. So, PA. Did I miss anything to begin with? That's the first question. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Were there any sub-anagrams in there that I didn't see? Saw Adagio, Pagoda, a Paid, Pagod. So I pretty much saw everything. I didn't see a Igapo. Doesn't really matter. There wasn't this great scoring opportunities for us. Agamoid. This is looking at words with another letter that I could have played through if it was on the board. There isn't anything on... Oh, there's Podagra. Okay, so there was Podagra with the locular. Whether it was a better play than what I did already, because I would have left myself with just an I. And it was Podagrial. So I was thinking of... Pagodial, but it's Podagral. You see how they're similar words. Alright, let's just go to the next one. Right. I can play Feek here, I think. Nope. Keef, is it? It must be Keef, yeah. So I can go submit, but KE is obviously not correct, so I'll bring them back. Kid something, kiddie. I can play kiddie here if I wanted. Or kid die if you're feeling macabre. That's 34 points, that's not bad. Ideally there, I mean, the game is almost over, but there's 15 left. So there's 2 massive spots for my opponent to come back and bonus. All that I can really do is stop him from to stop him winning this game. All I would then have to do is just play literally more than 2 tiles, because it will just mean that there's no tiles left. And the reason for that is, if I play 2 tiles, there'll be 13 tiles left. If he then plays a bonus, he'll then pick 7, and there'll be 6 tiles left in the bag. So he won't be able to get a 3rd bonus, no matter what happens. I could play Kith there, but you know what? Let's not be greedy. Let's just play out. So there's a double whammy to playing Kitty. Is that, yes, it opens up, it blocks this line, because this is one of the easier lines. However, I've got the F, so if I pick any of the vowels that go here, I'm in good shape. Additionally, it opens up the S to play kiddies there next turn. So aside from being, almost 20 points ahead, which is always a nice position to be in, I also I basically immunized myself against any poor pickups. Going back to this one. Okay, I want to play advances in some way, but I can't because the letters aren't what I need them. Can I play like something with a score in them? Nope. So I was thinking here. I believe that S goes there, and it does. So something I'm looking at immediate here to try and get some score is, can I play here in any way? I don't think there's not an easy play, at least. Is that we can play hard? Oh, frustrating. Again, yeah. Wow, what is going on? Alright, you win. Okay, that reset it. Nope. Okay, I'll try again. Okay, so I wanted to play something. I could play something with haha there, but this kind of blocks it. So if I did have like a 7, I'm not blocked by the fact that it's, horrible. Like this is sort of murderous when you've got, this is the, like, your nightmare when there's when you've got bonus tiles, is that you might spend half the game trying to play a bonus and it just doesn't fit at any time. What it wants to do, caved maybe? Yes, okay, so I'm going to play caved. Now, in other games, playing caved here might not be... Okay, what if I just press submit? Does that let me do it? I don't know. Playing caved here would actually be pretty risky. But in our case, both H's have been played, so this is a really blocked spot. Look, they could come back and do something like playing a bonus onto the C, but they're not going to get this triple. They're not going to get the triple, either of the triples for any massive score. If the H's were in play, then I would have to weigh up the risk between playing that move and what would the likelihood of my opponent having a H would be. And at that point, it would have been quite low. Alright, is this an endgame move that if I don't play it, I think I lose the game? It's not an endgame move per se, but if I don't play something, if I don't bonus on this turn, I think I'm toast. 10 aces, that's the one we want. Okay. Okay, I can play a bonus, and the bonus is 10 aces over here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a word. I'm not sure if there's an anagram to it. Okay, so the move before I held CANS, and instead of playing something like cans here and legations, what I did, I played nicarbs here, SAN, holding the last S, so I set it up. And so what my opponent's done in response is gone and blocked the yord spot, because he thinks I might use that. Ideally, what I would have done is play the S here for my bonus, and you can see that would have been a pretty massive move. Even playing a non-bonus at this point is massive, so it would have been 100 points and something. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a bonus there other than 10 aces. I think that's it. Is Setane's good as well? So I'm just going to... no, that can't be right. I'm making things up. Not making things up. Alright. So there's 7. I can get 78 there. I get the same whether it's 10 aces or Setanes. The difference, the reasoning between what my which one I should choose would be the strategic decisions surrounding that. So if I have 10 aces, I have TENAC, and it's not going to let me move it, which is tiles need to be in a straight line. All right, cool. So it would be putting the T there and the N there, and then the A here. And what that would allow is my opponent to make a massive score across here, which is not something I really want to do. So there being lots, especially the Z, and also the H, the M, the J. This is a murderous move for myself. It's kind of suicide. However, I really, really, really need to play it. So we're going to do like we're going to mitigate getting absolutely crushed here, and maybe we'll pick one of those high scoring tiles with some bells. Now I do want to check if I missed anything. This particular version of Scrabble doesn't really do it, doesn't tell you if you missed anything better, and I didn't miss anything. So here, Setanes, 10 aces, that was the only bonus. Alright, there's nothing really else to say about that. However, I did pick some nice letters. Ooh, the H, yum. Right, next game. Actually, I wonder if that's an easy fix. I just noticed something. Okay. I'll just describe this as an endgame to you as well. So, going into this move, so what's happened, if I look at my tiles, before at this point, he'd just played Wex, and he'd left 2 Ds, an I, and a T on his rack. And I had the word Betties, so this is the rack that I had, BETTIES, which makes a bonus. And I worked out that I wasn't actually sure, but I had this really lovely spot to play through the NISET. I was about 50 points behind at that point, and I was able to play that for 34. And because he had tried to get rid of his W and his X in one move, instead of like playing something like the D for slightly less points, but then he'd be able to go out in 2, I was able to find a move sequence that beats him. So I was then left. So I played my inset, and then he had played DI here, and then I have BET left. And so your immediate one might be, oh, we'll just play the B off, and that'll be done with it because I can't use that, or I'll wait. But I thought about it and thought the only way I know for sure that I can win is if I play off the TE, and you've got to these kind of situations, especially because it's so close, very common in very high level games that it's this close, and you are sometimes thinking against the clock. You might have 3 minutes to find a a championship winning move. So it's always good. I say it's always good to practice the end game, and that's why you'll see me playing end games. And you can practice it whether it's 5 points you're losing by, or you practice it whether you're 50 points or 150 points. Try and squeeze the most out of that end game. It does make a difference. Going on to the actual move, what I did, I went, I've got 2 spots I can go out. If he plays in a certain way, I might not be able to actually catch him. So I guaranteed myself to win by playing the T here, because I didn't want him to use this spot, because Drew was available. He could have played a D here when the T wasn't. And I didn't like how that might have gotten him over the line. So he's still got his 9. And I thought he might use this spot, but he didn't. So I'd set it up so if he doesn't take anything, I've got bed here. At the very worst, I've got bed here for 6. But if he doesn't take the spot, I've got BOR here for 8, which is exactly what I get to play. And then I get his tiles as well. So I actually was definitely not expecting this particular game. And that's... It was a close game. Thanks, Scrabble Go. Yep. And let's go again. Not a good start. I'll probably play Bigot here. It would be lovely to pass and wait for him to play an N, but that's very counterproductive. What he can do, he can literally just pass himself, and then I'm back to square one. What if boggette sounds great? It sounds like such an Australian word, doesn't it? But that was it. So, yep, I think we played the best play we could there. If you don't like opening up vowels here, then maybe playing bot. But I would never play bot and leave a G on my rack. G just becomes very inflexible. It's only really useful with a couple of tiles, and it has to be very specific and with a lot of the other good tiles. Its value decreases significantly when you have heavy tiles because it just doesn't score enough. Okay, well that's it for this round of Scrabble Go games. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.